Hi guys, this is Harry Armitage, the Learning Difficulty Expert, and we're going to explore why jigsaws are so important in my practice. Mastering jigsaws is like mastering climbing a set of stairs. You have to know where to start. This is important because we need to set a challenge that the child can achieve. And they're going to feel really good if they get it done. But if it's too hard, they're going to feel terrible. So, to set a learning challenge, we need it to be achievable. We need it to be a small stretch goal, but not too large that we overload. Now, some of you might find this hard to believe, but your kids are going to find some things harder than you found and some things easier. You need to walk in their shoes in order to scaffold them where they need help and let go where they don't. So this is one of my favorite puzzles. It's got lots of color, it's got lots of interesting features, and kids love it. What's the first step? The first step is to open the box and take all the pieces out. The next step is to turn the pieces over one by one till you can see what's on the other side. Now, another thing a lot of parents have real trouble understanding is that their little darling may not know the difference between an edge bit and a middle bit. So of course you know that an edge bit looks like this, or if we turn it over, like this, and that a middle bit looks like this. But sometimes you need to turn it over so they understand it's got no straight edges on it. And yes, it's inevitable. Some pieces will get knocked onto the floor. That's fine. No need to worry, just pick them up. The next challenge is to work out where to start. And I'll ask them to choose where to start. They might choose this guy or this guy. But if they don't know where to start, then I'll give them a suggestion. Maybe the sky, maybe the green boat, or maybe that skull and crossbones. So why are doing puzzles so good for the brain? It's because in order to master a puzzle, you need to master all of the steps and the complexity that are needed to do any learning task. We now know that the brain is plastic. That means we can change it. You have to know where to start. And you master the difference between an edge piece and a middle piece. You have to know what the next step is and not get stuck if you can't do it. Yes, you learn to master colour matching. You have to have a plan. You have to be able to organise, know where you're coming from and where you're going to. If you have two pieces that you think fit together, your intuition is probably right, but your first try may not work and you need to rotate the piece till you get them together. And as you put the pieces together and the picture emerges, you build your self-esteem, which is totally amazing, awesome, incredible and wonderful. Yes, you learn to match shape. And yes, it feels great because you can see your progress. Hey, I just want to let you in on a little secret. We can reconnect the brain with structured play. And of course it was Maria Montessori that discovered that mastering puzzles builds the brain in a most powerful way and builds the capacity to learn. But they may not know where to start. So how do you pick where to start? One way is by looking at the age recommendation on the puzzle, and Ravensburger has got a really good system. So here's one for 5+, and then we have 6+ here, lots of them. We have 7+, 8+. But of course your child may not be able to do the puzzle at his age, in which case you'll have to go down. So, you know, if they're 6 and you're not sure, try a 5-year-old puzzle and so on. So I like to choose puzzles with bright colours, strong features, and you can see they're all, we've got the cranes there, the big cranes. Here we've got the ballet dancers with different colours, so they can start with that, then do the floor. We've got the different animals there, parrot in the sky. So here's an example of a puzzle that looks nice, but it's really hard to do because the grass is all the same and it's out of focus. Here's another one that is really quite difficult to do. A lot of the fish appear in different places, the same fish, so it's really hard. I buy my puzzles online mostly because it's cheaper, and also sometimes go to the op shops and find good puzzles. So they're my 2 tips for where to get puzzles. And what's my number 1 tip for working with kids? Make it fun. If it's not fun, it's not worth doing. All you need to do is follow the steps I've set out in this video. And if you found this video useful, check out my YouTube channel, because I'm going to make plenty more for people just like you. See you later. Bye.